Well, what are exactly limiting beliefs about money? You know what? They usually come from your parents. Bottom line is that. How we grow up, the environment we grow up in. And to be quite honest with you, when I started focusing on studying business with Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the things he said was, you know, it's okay to be broke. Just never be poor. You see, because being broke is something mathematical. You happen to not have any cash. That's okay. Being poor, that's a choice, because that's an attitude. You've chosen to stop fighting. You've chosen to stop pushing. You've chosen to stop evolving. My name is Jacob Adams, creator of evolutiontraining.net. And today, as I was driving to my friend's Joe's house, I'm actually in his studio right now, his music studio, and he's actually here right now. He's going to chime in if he has anything to say. I invited him to him, so if you hear a question come out of nowhere, my friend Joe is actually helping me record today. So anyway, I was driving here. For those of you that tune out at the 3-minute mark, I'll keep it simple. The money scripts that you have as a kid are affecting you still today. Usually, for most people, if you find yourself saying things like, I can't afford it, or will I make rent, or will I have enough to pay my car's in the shop, and you're finding yourself working for money, sticking to a job you don't like, and not planning to get out, or finding that you're gonna spend the rest of your life at that job, hating your life, my friend, you are a victim to your money scripts. Because you could stop watching TV. You could build a business on the side. You could start reading books to enlighten your mind. You could allocate your money expenditures, sacrifice some things that aren't going to fuel you. You can do that. You can stop tuning out right away when you don't get what you want so readily. When, you know, some of you need to tune out at the 3-minute mark because you actually have somewhere to go. And some of you may tune out because you just can't handle the facts. I'm giving you some solid information right now. The question is, what are you gonna do? Money scripts, they haunt us from the past. Our parents, my mom, she grew up, she was in a factory working on clothing. And she always would say she didn't have the money. That was one of her things. I don't have the money, I don't have the money. And I found myself, as I was an adult, saying similar things. And I finally was able to say, my mom's a saint, number one. I think of her as a saint. And if I really had to say what's the one thing I wish my mom had helped me or not say is I don't have the money. See, a better question is, how am I going to get the money? How am I going to get the money? And Robert Kiyosaki teaches that. Now, I know we're getting close to that 2-minute and 56-second mark. And I know a lot of you have a lot of problems and doubts and even shows to watch and addictions to cater to. So I get that. So just remember this, money scripts, we have to overcome them. For those of you that actually want to deal with it and actually solve some of your money issues, stay tuned a little longer. So here goes. How do we actually deal with our money problems? First and foremost, pick up a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You can even subscribe to this channel and see some of the topics, because I go deep into everything from childhood wounds to meditation to trusting yourself, confidence, building confidence. You can go to evolutiontraining.net, subscribe, and there's a training that you can get for free right now that's worth a significant amount of money that I paid for to learn, and you can get that for free right now to help you get the frameworks for your life, to help guide your mentality, your actions, your behaviors, guide your habits. Behaviors, actions, habits, philosophies, this is so important to the life that we create. And the thing is that if you don't take the time to actually do it, to discipline yourself, then you're never going to see the growth. And the thing is, maybe, look, worst case scenario, someone like you, this is your worst case scenario in my head. Generally, for most people in the United States of America, which is most people that watch my show are from the United States of America. So, right now, here, I picture this. Your worst case scenario is this. You're in the United States of America, and maybe you're in a crack house. Maybe, I don't know how you got a cell phone, but you're watching this on your phone, and you're in a crack house, and you have nowhere to run to, you have no one to support you, have no one to believe in. Just subscribe to this show, subscribe to other shows, subscribe to Gary Vee, subscribe to Brendan Burchard, subscribe to Tony Robbins' show, and start opening your mind to philosophies that are gonna help you grow. And just immerse yourself. You gotta start somewhere. Over the course of my 16 years of studying business and self-growth and personal growth, it took me 16 years to come to the surface and say, I want to teach this myself. 16 years of doing it myself and helping people one-on-one before I said, I'm going to create evolutiontraining.net. I've already, to scale up, to really trust yourself, you're going to have a lot of years where you're going to have moments where you have some growth, some some good confidences, and then you might revert back, believe it or not, and you might have slumps before you rebuild back again. There's cycles to life. You know what though? After 16 years, I really see that I'm starting to see the money scripts come up, because there was a point in my life where I had no limits and I was spending money like mad. $75,000 in debt, and I brought that down to a few thousand, right? And then I'm back up to some debt, and now I have like more perspective. And I'm like, that's nothing, even though it's significant. It's nothing to the big me, the bigger version of me, the me I'm gonna become, the me I'm becoming now in front of you, right in front of you. The thing is that we are consistently given an option to grow, but there's money scripts, I'll refer to that, or the villain inside us, as Dean Graziosi talks about, your lower self, the war of art. Everyone you talk to, Jocko Willink talks about the quitter inside you who tries to persuade you. He says there's a saboteur inside you, this person, this element in you asking you, persuading you to quit, to take a knee, that it's okay, you quit, you tried your best. See, the war of art, Jocko Willink, Steven Pressler, Brendan Burchard, Tony Robbins, I don't care who you talk to. Bruce Lee, he said, to hell with plateaus, break through the plateaus. To hell with circumstances, I create circumstances. All of the greats understand that there's an element we must push through. Money scripts, just one of the other things that we have to push through and evolve through. How are you gonna break through your money scripts? How are you gonna break through your limiting beliefs? How are you gonna do it? Now you can just say, well, I never got to it, or no, poor me. And the thing is that that's exactly what this energy of life, this negativity, this money script will do. It will take you out, and you'll never achieve your dreams if you give into it. That's just the truth. I could sugarcoat it. I could be like Mary Poppins and try to give you some sugar for that. I just don't think it'll do the job that you need it to. The reality is that you're gonna need to face your money scripts. You gotta have to say, what reverting stuff did you hear from childhood? Me, my mom I grew up seeing my mom. Now, luckily she worked out every day, and I work out every day like her. And she taught me that. She taught me love. She taught me God. She took me to Catholic church, and I'm a good Catholic boy. I'm a good Catholic yogi these days. And she taught me so many things. She's a beautiful woman. She's a saint. I can only say that after much thought, after much introspection, I wish she would have said, how can I afford it? Not, I can't afford it. I can't, or I don't have the money. I grew up hearing that. And as I've studied business, that's what I've seen. And I've seen myself replay that. And I know this so well that I'm willing to bet most of you watching this, if you studied yourself, you studied your life, your psychology long enough, you could see that some of the stuff your parents taught you, it might take you 2 to 3 years to even see it. It's a very subtle pattern. Maybe some of you could see it right away. And maybe for some of you, you'll never see it. Or you'll disagree with me fully, and that's fine. Just unsubscribe, bye. But those of you that are willing to really look inwardly, I think you'll see something powerful there. A money script. Something holding you back from your truest potential. See, money's just paper. There's something connected to it that it's in blocking us from owning everything we can be, from trusting our truest voice. I invite you on that journey. Subscribe. Anything I can do for you, let me know. And evolutiontraining.net, you subscribe there. It's a free training right away. I look forward to seeing you. And the training that you can get at evolutiontraining.net for free will help you move forward on all the elements, the 5 components to all human behavior and philosophy. This is Jacob Adams signing off. We'll see you next time. Bye.